From Crosby Village to your radio.
So now it's time for our special guest. Now, I have to admit, I mean, like most people who operate on social media, I'm fully aware of who this person is. But she said, you're a big fan of our guest, so I'm going to allow you to introduce our guest today, if you would, please, Gemma.
I will indeed. So our guest today is, I don't even know your second name, Steph.
Bannister.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's good. I'm such a big fan. Now,
well, you already know her by a nom de plume, don't you?
So our guest today is our social. Well, I say social media personality. You're not really, are you? Because now you've got your shop and your
I'm just an everywhere you look personality.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of me.
You are the person that is known as Scouse Bird.
Yes,
right?
that's right.
I take it. Was that your choice to be called Scouse Bird, or did someone say, "Oh, there's that Scouse Bird who does all this stuff on the internet"?
No. It's like it started on Twitter like years ago now. Like I'm talking about 7 years ago this year. That's horrible.
That a revelation there, don't right? You picked the shows, well.
Yeah. It was like 7 years ago, like in April 2012, and it was literally just a bit of fun on Twitter, and it was around the time that there was like a lot of these things called parody accounts set up, which was accounts literally there to make people laugh, nothing else, and there was nothing really like that before. It was kind of a new thing, and there was quite a few like of these accounts run by men, but there was nothing run by women. And so then I just said, I literally tweeted one day that, you know, my eyebrows were wonky on the way to work, Scouse bird problems.
Yeah.
So it was almost like, I know like bird's quite a sexist term, but I feel like it's almost reclaimed it.
Yeah, I think you've reclaimed it. I don't think it's now a sexist term at all. It doesn't seem that way when it comes across.
It seems weird now to say Scouse girl, I think.
Yeah.
Most people will refer
it doesn't have the
to
same
themselves as Scouse
impact
bird.
anyway, does it? Yeah.
So when you started, I found this quite interesting actually, because when you started this out, that's what I was going to say to you. Was it just that you sat and did that on Twitter? Because now to where you've ended up is like, I was like, did she have a business model, or literally just?
It was literally just a bit of fun to pass. Like I was in a boring job, do you know what I mean? So it was just a little bit of fun. What did you do before? At the time, when I started this, I was working for Barclay Card doing the internal auditing at the debt collection company in Kirby.
Really?
So exciting, as you can imagine.
So you've got a hard bird as well.
Yeah. So that was. It's weird because like I never went into it with any sort of expectations of running a business. It really was just a bit of fun. But in a way, all the crap jobs that I did beforehand had prepared me for this, because I'd worked in like hard sales. I've worked in, you know, regulated sales where, you know, you've got to run to like certain standards. I'd worked in audit, which helped me really get really organised. I'd done like a little bit of journalism, which helped out with the writing. So in a way, it's kind of like, I mean, I always wanted to be a writer, but it's kind of come like full circle almost to that. I do write now, but then I don't get the chance to write as much anymore because I'm so busy with the other.
I'm quite a philosophical person. I do, you know, and I do believe that there's a bit of a life path that people ultimately end up going down. And I mean, like yourself, I had a succession of awful jobs that I absolutely hated. And at the time, you kind of think, you get upset with yourself thinking, is this all I'm ever going to do? Why am I having to go through this? And it's only when you get to the point you're at now, it was all for a reason, because you're learning while you're doing that. You know what I mean? Because you've taken a different career path now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm a dentist, and now I'm running my husband's business with him.
But all that, what you've done, will mean something as you move forward.
And now I've ended up doing stand-up comedy and radio all at the same time. It's a bit weird.
That's how it is, yeah. So what the kind of, you're doing all the stuff online and what have you, and when did the kind of commercial aspect of it come in?
It came probably about a year or so. I think it was the second year after I'd started doing that. There was an idea came from, funnily enough, Ellie Phillips. You know Roger Phillips?
Yeah, I know Ellie.
Ellie, she went, why don't you do a diary? I'd have a diary, like a Scouse bird diary. So then I got in touch with the guys, you know, from Cards for Scousers. Like, I don't think that's operating as a business anymore, but the guys who ran that, they sort of had contacts with a printer. And because I'd never had any sort of experience in that sort of field before, so we set that up together the first year and did it together, and then that was it. That was all it was, just a diary. And the next year we had a diary and a notebook, and then the next year we had diary, notebook, pens, mugs,
right? And
then it just sort of carried on and, you know, went from there, and we just expanded on it a little bit every year to the point where it overtook maybe like the blogging and the advertising as the main source of income. And I love it. It's like.
So at that point, because when years and years ago, when it was Twitter that first started, obviously, because I was on Twitter way back then, and me and my sister used to laugh at the things that you would write on there. And then, so when that started from Twitter, It was literally just like writing funny comments.
That was it, yeah.
And there was no kind of anything else behind it. You were just like, and then you just got more and more followers, didn't you?
Yeah. And then I mean, now it's quite common. There's like a lot of them out there of like bloggers and influencers who'll get paid and, you know, to tweet about certain products. At that time, that didn't really exist. But, you know, people contacted me quite early on, you know, to offer like freebies and things like that. And I thought, oh, this is nice. You know, this is a nice little perk. And then I realised, you know, I was in a job that I hated and I thought, well, why not, you know, charge money for it? Because I've put in all this work to gain this following. And, you know, rather than them spending money on traditional advertising, why not spend it with me where it's instant? The rewards are like pretty instant.
Absolutely,
So when they approached you, you said, well, yeah, I can do that for you, but I'm going to charge you X amount.
Yeah. And then people started saying, and I was like, oh my God, this is brilliant. And then I just left my job and just started doing it full time.
Did you come from a family of jokers? Got members of your family who are a little bit comedic?
I think my dad would like to think. He's a joker. I mean, his favourite joke is like when we're driving past the cemetery, he goes,
oh, this is panicking me now, hang on, Mum.
He goes, hey, how many people do you think are dead in there? And you go, oh, I don't know. And he goes, all of them.
In fairness to him, I quite like that.
Or this other one, I mean, I tell it to everyone. So, you know, like, the other one that he goes, oh, I had a terrible dream last night. I was fighting the Grim Reaper off with a Hoover. I was dicing with death.
Should have got your dad in.
Right. Teddy with his dad joke.
Get Teddy in.
Right, I've got to take a break and then we're going to be back with more. Our special guest, me and Gemma Roberts in the studio here today. We have the wonderful Scouse bird, Stephanie, who is with us. And we're going to be talking more with her about her and her online presence and shop as well here in Crosby Village.
Bliss Radio.
Here for a Tuesday morning. A very good morning to you. It is the 12th of February. It's Roy and Gemma taking you through until midday. We have our special guest in the studio, which is Scousebird, Stephanie Scouse.
Hello. Oh, it's so nice getting a round of applause every time you say my name.
Well, we're picking up, you see, like that. And I need to know this because obviously, as where the studios are here, if we were to open the window, we can look out and we can see your shop. Mm-hmm. Now, there's a picture of a woman with rollers up there. Is that you?
It is me, yeah.
Right.
Originally, it was Colleen Rooney.
Was it?
Yeah.
Is she the original Scouse bird?
Well, yeah. I mean, actually, originally it was Alex Gerrard, but then a couple of months after I'd sort of set the account up, she started writing a column for The Sun. And I was like, got to distance myself from that. I don't think she went ahead with it in the end because it was quite a backlash, as you can imagine.
Yeah,
but we went with Colleen, and then when I revealed my identity, I just changed it to me. I recreated that photo and changed it to me, so it was a subtle logo change.
Just for the listeners that don't know, just tell them about that. So when you first started, you were just on Twitter and stuff, and then nobody actually knew who
it was completely anonymous, and I made a point of that because there's a lot of people out there who will, like, a lot of people, like, they really want to be famous.
Oh yeah,
they'll do whatever they can to be famous, whether it's you know, reality shows or whatever. And I don't care about that. Like, I really don't. If anything, I'd rather I wasn't. And so I made a point of being anonymous. But then a couple of years ago, I think it was 2017, early on, my Facebook page got hacked with like 200,000 followers on it by some guy in Pakistan. And Facebook couldn't do anything about it. Like, I had like really high up people in the police and Facebook looking at it, and they were just like, it's not what we can do. Which, you know, there's stuff they could have done, but they didn't want to. And so I knew I had to do something quite drastic to get the word out that had happened. So I released a video, which was my first YouTube video of me, and I said, this is who I am, this is why I've been anonymous, this is why I'm no longer anonymous, please don't hate me, type thing. And I got really good feedback.
What was the reaction like off that?
Yeah, like almost like 99.9% positive. Like, I think I had one woman called like Barbara or something like that going, oh, this has ruined the whole thing for me, I'm not following you anymore. And I was like, all right, Barb, see you later.
Sorry about you, Barb.
Did you find when you'd done that, was that like I like this, I think I want to continue that as me?
Yeah, it was nice because I'd been what I consider to be a character up until that point, like, you know, I was playing up to the Scouse bird stereotype, and like some of the stuff that I said on there I didn't necessarily agree with, and like some people would give me stick for things I said. I'm like, listen, it's not my opinion, but it's like a general sort of play up on it.
You're just echoing the views, aren't you?
Exactly. And now it's more like me, so it's like I finally got to know all the people on a personal level rather than, you know, just as this character. And it really is a blessing in disguise, because if I hadn't have done that, I'd never been able to open my shop. I opened my shop about 3 or 4 months later after revealing my identity, and how could I have possibly done that if I was still anonymous? So it's just, it's like I was like, I put a meme up the other day on Instagram saying, use the bricks that people throw at you to build your empire. Every time I get like an obstacle thrown my way, whether it's like, you know, someone slagging me off, or it's some situation happens that's, you know, can seem really bad at first, I always say, right, well, what's the positive that I can take from that? How can I turn that around and use that to my advantage? So that's what I always try and do.
So at that point then, when you revealed yourself, then at what point did the like merchandise come into play, and what happened with that?
I'd already had merchandise before that. Like I had the diary and that back in like 2013, and then we had like mugs and things like that.
The diaries are dead popular, aren't they?
That's like my biggest selling product.
They are.
What is it? Is it just a diary with Scouse bird?
It's a Scouse bird diary.
It's a Scouse bird diary.
You should know what they are.
It's got all like the sort of crap that's it normally in a diary that you don't need, like, you know, how to convert inches to bloody miles and stuff like that. None of that's in there. It's just full of like the important stuff that you want. Like there's goal settings, there's places for your Wi-Fi code, places to work out your monthly bills.
When's Ladies' Day at Aintree?
That's like a national holiday in there, like Ladies' Day. Exactly.
National holiday.
That's a Scouse national holiday on the bank holiday list. And then there's like a little funny Scouse quote every day, and it's just nice and girly and pretty, and like that's like me. A lot of work goes into that. Like the work starts in like January, February to be out in time for Christmas. So people
they're
don't
all
realise
different colours and everything, aren't they? And it's fab. And you can also get slimming diaries.
Food diaries. There's gratitude journals. Like, you know, I'm literally over the road. Come down and have a look.
Well, so I can get myself a Scouse bird diary.
I think it's so.
People have been questioning me.
People look marvellous with that.
Do you know the thing is as well? You just mentioned Aintree there. I would imagine that there's got to be some kind of you'll benefit from that. I would have thought, to be honest with you. Because,
definitely. I always do like a lot of sort of coverage around Aintree. Normally, like going up against the Daily Mail.
Yeah, the negative pictures,
I'll
the
play on that friction,
yeah.
because, you know, it's they will always try and catch us looking.
Always,
Caught me last year with about 10 chins, and I was like, "Oh, you, why you pesky little Daily Mail?"
Yeah, I bet you worded it like that as well. Yeah.
So it's all they just want the bad angles.
Yeah.
But so I'll always like do some work around that.
Yeah. No, but I like that. That's a really nice touch from that area. So moving on, so the diary now, because I know about it, it's a learning curve.
Actually, can we just say about the diaries as well that is it still a percentage of the diary that goes to?
Yeah, 10% of the profits of the diary goes to the Liverpool Women's. I try and choose like a different sort of local charity. So the first 2 years we did it went to the Hillsborough, the Hillsborough like family campaign. But after they sort of won their landmark court case, and we knew it was all going to be,
move on.
You know, moving in the right direction, I've sort of switched to the Liverpool Women's, to the honeysuckle bereavement team, and also the neonatal unit. So that 10% of the profit goes to helping them, because obviously it's just a really worthwhile thing.
Definitely.
So you got the diary, obviously that's very popular. Tell us about some of the other big popular items that are synonymous with Scouse bird.
Well, I mean, there's so many different things in my shop. Like there's some stuff that I've designed myself, like for example like the diaries. We've got pens, there's food diaries, there's gratitude journals.
Food diaries?
Yeah, then there's like, you know, like Slimming World, and
I go to Slimming World
down what you've eaten in there. Then there's a few things from like other like local suppliers. So we've got like Owen Drew Candles. He's based over on the Wirral, and he's sort of like a rival for Joe Malone, so he's actually done really well for himself. So we've got like a lot of local suppliers in there.
That's good.
And then there's some stuff from like the UK. So most of the, like 99% of the stuff we stock is all like UK or local based. So we try and sort of champion local businesses.
Yeah.
So
so
it's all fancy goods for the girls. You should go over and get Jane something.
Are you getting battered in time for Valentine's Day?
Oh yeah, we've got all our Valentine's cards. We've just got Valentine's cookies in from, funnily enough, from like a local Crosby. residents. So it's Lollipop's Kitchen. So she's just giving us loads of these little iced cookies that say Fit Bird and Fit Fella on them, and they are fit.
Are you getting loads of like sheepish Scouse blokes walking in going, I want something for me bed for Valentine? Are you getting a lot of that?
Oh yeah, but do you know what, they're dead cute. We had some fella in the other day, and he'd lived with his girlfriend for a year, and he was looking for a nice present for her. So we come out with like an Andrew candle and like all like little drink shimmer and stuff like that. And then she put up a picture later on Instagram saying, "Oh my god, he's so sweet, look what he got me," and it's dead cute.
Yeah.
So that like had gone round and sort of helped them choose it. And that.
Okay, I've got to take a break, and then we should be back with more stuff from yourself here. You are listening to Bliss Radio. It is a Tuesday morning. Gemma and myself, Roy Best, in the studio with our special guest, and we're enjoying your company this morning.
Oh yeah, more clapping, please.
Spice. You can always get a clap.
Yes,
anyway,
right.
I hope I don't get the clapping.
Whoa, Scouse Bird, you are the one.
From Crosby Village to your radio. Bliss Radio.
Time. It is myself, Roy Bastard, the lovely Gemma Roberts is with us, and of course the woman who loves being applauded. It is Scouse Bird. She loves all that kind of stuff.
Whose second name I now know.
No, I know it's Stephanie Beecham.
Yes, that was it. Yeah, that was it.
Beecham, let's go with that.
Yeah.
She's aged well. Let's go with that.
No, do you ever find that, when you're going, I would imagine you do get out. I know you've got to wear an awful lot of hats at the minute. So much going on with your business, but do you get time to go out and socialise and be a Scouse Bird?
Oh, I don't want to anymore. I'm so bored. No. I used to.
Was that your effort of being trendy, putting that
down with the kids?
Down with the kids, putting the trendy music on?
Yeah. No. I used to sort of like during like the early times, but I suppose since having a little girl. Right. I don't really want to go out.
You've thrown the motherhood thing in there as well, eh?
Yeah.
I was about to ask about this because I've got a little boy who's 2.
Yeah.
And I think, it's Cora, isn't it?
Yeah, she's nearly 3.
She's 3
in May, yeah.
So, Steph also has an account. It's about Cora's explorations, isn't it?
It was originally my personal account, like before Scouse Bird, before I'd sort of like, attached myself more to Scouse Bird. Yeah. But, I just found that I was just posting pictures of her, and I thought, she may as well have her account now.
See, what you should do there is, if that was me, I'd do a little like TV show called Cora the Explorer.
Well, that's what it's called. It's called Cora the Little Explorer.
Right,
so
fair enough then.
Keep it to yourself.
It's only been done, Roy. It's only been
Keep
done.
Keep ideas to yourself,
So
no, Cora the Explorer was taken, so we had to go with
I think it might have been Dora the Explorer, actually. That's what it is, because I remember all these kids' programmes when I was,
So how do you fit it all in? Is all your spare time then spent with her? That's what I'm like now with George. I don't really go out.
I can't be bothered, the whole like getting ready and going out and the same old thing. I've been doing it since I was like 16.
I'm going to ask you a personal question. How old are you?
I'm 34 this year.
Are you not too old? And what's going on with all that? You should still be larger in garments and stuff like that.
You get home, you get in your jammies, you have a bath.
Watch Emmerdale.
Get your takeaway. No, not the
same.
So
what do you do then? I mean, obviously, I know you work an awful lot. So what do you do to kind of like unwind?
Get a bath. Get a bath, read a book, watch Netflix. I'm dead bored at home. Like I do go out occasionally, but it's never like the nights out that I went on when I was like,
so what did you do? What was a typical 20-year-old night out?
Oh my god, drink a lot of vodka. Like a lot. And then write about it the next day. Yeah. That was how I originally got started in blogging. My original blog was called Handbag Vodka, and it was about going out, getting drunk,
the hangover,
and getting up to
the last thing I want to do
all
near the
sorts of hijinks, shall we say. But I mean, like even now I'll get sort of messages off clubs, and they'll say, "Oh, we'll give you a free bottle of vodka if you come out and go." Literally, wild horses couldn't drag you out of town, mate. You
might need to walk
I might go out in Crosby at a push. That's about as long as I can walk home.
Yeah. What about we mentioned Aintree there? Do you do any of that?
Do you know what? Yeah, I know. I do normally go to Aintree. Like last year, I wasn't going to Aintree. I was right up until like a couple of weeks before I wasn't going because we just opened the salon. Like last year, and we, so I was so busy like sorting that out. Like we were trying to get it open in time for Ladies' Day, and I think we opened like a couple of weeks later. So it was. I had a lot going on with that, and I just wasn't going. And then I got invited by, I think it was Randox, to go on one day. Then I got invited by a clothing brand to go on the other day. And then me and my mates ended up going on the other day. So I went from going no days to all 3 days. And I was like,
good.
oh my God, I'm old. I've got a bad back. Can't do this.
It's not bad if you can get it for free, though, is it? Let's be honest.
It's not. No, so
if you've got a bad back, you'll have to ring in sick. What's your boss like? Oh, you are your boss.
No, she's a right pal. We went out on the Saturday. We didn't actually go to the races. We went out to one of those race day experiences in town. And I ended up having to get my mate to bring slippers. I was like, I've been in heels for 3 days. I can't do this anymore.
Where would you like to see yourself in, say, 5 years' time?
Oh, with a day off. That'd be nice. Just to have like the right staff in and things like that to where I can actually like go on holiday and actually go on holiday. That'd be lovely. Because I haven't had one since I left normal employment.
If somebody was,
it's nice, isn't it, to have all that busyness going on, and it's great to be successful and for the shops to be successful. But it is at a price. I'm not sure I'd know what to do with myself, though. I really wouldn't. I don't know. I think I'd feel guilty because I've spent that long working that hard that I just feel bad about it. But I'd love to eventually have another shop in town. Like I'd always keep me Crosby one. Yeah, love Crosby, but I'd quite like to have a shop in town, just sheerly for the money and potential of it.
It would be someone else, wouldn't it?
Not only all this, Roy. Not only all this, but she also is renovating your house, aren't you? Yeah. It's like, honestly, if you follow Steph, you'd be like that every day. What is she doing now?
2018, right, was a year, mate. It was like it was such a stressful year, and like because like I moved the shop, I opened up the salon, and then I bought a house in Crosby, but it took out my whole year. Like we started in January, and I ended up moving in like October, November, because we had a house down in Waterloo that we were going for, and then we had to pull out because the survey came back really bad, and then we were looking at another house down by Blundell Sands, and then we had to pull out of that, and then so eventually we found one, it like literally in Crosby Village, like I can walk, it takes me 2 minutes to walk to it, it's brilliant, but it has a lot of damp, a lot of problems, so it all just needs a
and are you doing the renovating yourself? Like, are you out there with the sander and everything?
No, I have staff to do that for. I'm just the creative director.
It sounds like someone off Downton Abbey there. We have staff to do that.
Let me tell you.
I don't do that. I have help. But no. So I'm not. I've not actually physically done the work. Right. But, I've paid for the work to be done. But
so it is
living in a building site.
It is full on then, isn't it? You're not going to get a break there.
Funnily enough, because I haven't posted on my house account for like literally a few weeks while we've been getting this shop up and running, because that was really stressful. That went down to the wire over whether that was going to be ready or not. And someone emailed me and said, "Are you okay? Because you haven't posted for a while." I was going, no, I've just been doing this. Like, I'm sorry, I can't keep all my plates spinning at once. But we are just about to start.
Really, someone messaged you and said you haven't put on about your house.
She was asking me, but she was genuinely
concerned
for my welfare. I think I'm doing my dressing room next, so keep your eyes peeled for that one.
What's your favourite, the shop or the salon?
The shop's my baby.
Yeah.
The salon, like I didn't have a background in like the salon and stuff like that, but I always used to get asked by people, where's the best place to go for this? Where's the best place to go to that? And and also, I like to get my hair done and that, so I thought, wouldn't it be great to have a place where I don't have to go anywhere?
Next door.
And just be there. No, so I just wanted to get all the best people from Liverpool and put them all together in the one place, so that when people ask me for recommendations, I go, come here. See me, and then you can go to the shop at the same time. But the shop's was like my baby, my passion, and then I've got an amazing girl called Hannah, who is my office manager in the shop, and now she runs the salon because her background's in makeup, so that's more her passion. So she sort of runs that for me, but we're only next door but once to each other.
Well, listen, unfortunately, we are running out of time, but it has been, as I say, you're delighted because she's wanted you on for so long.
I was like, I'm messaging her. Has anyone been across the road to get her yet?
You literally came out and dragged me out the shop.
You're going to go get some bath bombs or something.
I'm going to go over and I need a Valentine card desperate. Do you know what? I'm just rubbish on. I was saying to Roy, I was like, I hate it when Andy gets me flowers. I go, can you just get me a Boots voucher? I can't be bothered putting water in there. So I was like, I'll have to go and get something. Like a card or something for Valentine's Day.
When I went and seen you last week, I had a brief look and seen all the T-shirts and stuff like that. It's very unusual, so I think you'll do really well. And we hope that well, I don't think there's any hope about it. I think because of the amount of work you do, you proper live and breathe it. And if you've got that belief, I don't think you can fail with it, really, can you? So
no, hopefully.
That's right, Well, I'll leave you to go and get your damp core sorted out anyway.
Sorted now, my house is dry. So dry.
Thanks very much. Appreciate you coming, and as ever, always appreciate our Gemma. That is all we got time for. I shall be back tomorrow morning with Gary Skyner in the studio and Kevin McMahon as well. Looking forward to that. News and sports headlines coming up next on Bliss.
From Crosby Village, Bliss Radio. From Crosby Village to your radio.